From the award-winning music group Glass Animals, I'd like to welcome Drew MacFarlane and Joe Seaward to Sidewalks Entertainment. Hi guys, thank you so much for joining us.
Hello.
Hello. Thank you for having us.
Many of us know Glass Animals' very first big hit single, Heat Waves. Joe, looking back when Heat Waves first went viral on social media and went on to hit the Billboard Top 100 charts, how would you describe what life was like for the band not too long after that?
Um, I'm not sure that life changed too much actually. We were on tour at the time. I can't remember where we were. Portland, I think, was where we found out that it was number one in America. Um, and we were sort of halfway through a really fun US tour, and we found out, went on stage, played a really great show, and then we kind of carried on just having this amazing experience of touring in the pandemic. And we didn't really have time to sort of think about it, I think, at the time. It was more after we got home that it all kind of sank in a bit. And that was actually the beginning of this new album. The sort of origin story of this new album was the sort of the dust settling, I think, on that.
So, Drew, as Joe mentioned, this your that tour during when Heat Waves first went viral was what inspired the group's album "I Love You So Effing Much," which is the title. I wasn't sure how to say that on air, but yes, the title of your album "I Love You So Effing Much." Uh, what inspired the album title, and how would you describe the theme of this album?
Well, after we came off tour, I think Dave was in America, sort of secluded in a Airbnb somewhere, and I think he got stuck because he was sick or because the weather was really bad or something, and he was shut in this Airbnb for like a couple weeks, and I think he had this existential crisis. So much had happened with Heat Waves and everything that had happened with that, and then all the touring during the pandemic, and I think that it precipitated this existential crisis, which made him question, like, what is the meaning of this, of like life and the universe, like why are we here? And I think that out of that came these songs which were really sort of love songs about love with romantic or familial or friendship. And to make it sound like an existential crisis, these songs are set in the backdrop of the vastness of space. And so he brought this idea to us. We went into the studio to record it, and yeah, we ran with it. And that's where the title came from. That's where the sound of the album came from. Yeah.
Beautiful. So, Joe, from this album, "I Love You So Effing Much," which is your personal favorite song to perform in concert?
Well, there are actually lots. I love them all, and we haven't played very many concerts yet. So I'm kind of still in the process of deciding which my favorites are. But the early contenders, there are a few early contenders. There's a song called Show Pony, which is one of the singles, which is going down really well, and is really fun to play. It feels very live and big, and there's a big guitar solo, and there's drums, and it's kind of massive. And there are a few other ones that are kind of bubbling up for me. There's one called On the Run, which I think will be really fun. But I know that Drew has some other favorites that are sort of heating up in his area of the
Yeah.
stage.
Nice. Well, Drew, can you chime in on that? Which is your personal favorite song to perform in concert?
Oh, I'm with you about Show Pony. I love playing that one. And actually, that was my original favorite one when we were recording. But now that we're playing them live, things change when you get to the live concert.
Hmm.
The songs take on their own life. You see how people respond to the music. We feed off the crowd, and like anything can happen. And really, the one of the ones that's really getting me now is A Tear in Space. And I think that for me, that song in a lot of ways just like captures the spaciness of the album and the like hugeness of space and the tininess of us. And I love playing that one live. It's a heavy song.
Oh, I love that. Well, I'm sure many of us are very much looking forward to watching all of you guys perform live or perform that song live. Especially that I love that you guys are also able to hit the Shoreline Amphitheater in Mountain View out here in the Bay Area, which is great. Before we run out of time, I have one last question, and this is for both of you, so just chime in when you can. When you're not working on music or when you guys are, on tour, what do you like to do in your free time?
I mean, I like to hang out with Drew. We're inseparable. You can't keep us apart. If we're not playing shows, we're going for walks, going to the pub, watching
buying
TV.
each other flowers. Yeah.
Oh God.
It's all happening. Yeah. Hanging out with Joe is the best.
You guys are so great. I appreciate you so much. Thank you so much for taking the time to speak with me today.
Thanks, you.
Lori. Lovely
Thanks,
to
Lori.
speak to you.
Everyone, be sure to check out Glass Animals music and tour dates at glassanimals.com because they might be performing very soon in a city near you. Drew, Joe, you guys are fantastic. Thanks again for joining us on the show. You guys take care.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.